Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Mom Story by Sana. Have you ever completed anything in your life without any hiccups? Whether it is schooling, college, marriage, childbirth? No, right? So similarly during adoption there will be some hiccups. That is what we are going to talk about today. So some ground realities. So let's get started.
First ground reality that we will like to discuss with you is the role of state adoption agencies. Though CARA has elaborated and a very strong processes and system in place, they keep informing the state adoption agencies on regular basis, but at ground you will find sometime there is gap in understanding or gap in information flow.
Right.
Don't worry about that. Don't get bogged down by this, because Kara, a coordinator at every step, they would be with you. They would be navigating you through each and every step, so that your entire adoption process becomes smooth.
Other than the process being slow, there are chances that the system is not updated. Like as Vishu said, at ground level, many times you may find that they are not updated with the processes. But what we suggest is you please be updated with the processes and the new guidelines so that you don't let anyone fool you at the ground level. So secondly, there is one more thing that you will find there is a disconnect that is about the medical information. So as what we experienced in our case was there were no medical records, enough medical records we will say. So we were looking for the basic medical reports like the blood group of the child, like what was the weight of the child when the child came to the agency. So these were some of the basic information that we wanted, like what were the vaccinations which are being completed. But somewhere we found that these informations were incomplete. So this disconnect will always be there or might be there. So we have to bear with it.
Another hiccups or probably roadblock that you will find is the disconnect between CARA guidelines and judiciary guidelines.
Right.
Judiciary plays an important role where they give you the custody of the child. Now, what CARA has suggested or prescribed the process and what judiciary has, they may or may not be a similar or same in different places. So, as we all know that judiciary is an independent body and functions separately. They can't enforce those guidelines from judiciary. So, be patient. There is nothing harm in that. Yes, it may happen that it may take a little longer time to complete the entire process, but nothing to be bogged down, nothing to be worried about. It's at the end of the entire process, it would be an experience that you enjoy with your baby. That matters most. Other roadblock that you will find is the because of the involvement of different government bodies or independent bodies. For example, you may find that the important stakeholders or signatory of that particular agency may or may not be available when you want to go there, when you want to have your child. They might not be there, so it may derail the timeline. But at the same time, it won't hamper the process. It may only derail or probably little postponement will happen. Second is involvement of municipality in terms of giving you birth certificate. Once you get the custody certificate from the judiciary, the local agency submit the details to a local body, local municipality body to get the birth certificate. And sometimes you may find there is a error in the name or some other detail, which becomes a little challenging to correct at later stage. So these are some of the hiccups or some of the roadblocks that you will find out. These are more from a information sake that you should be aware of, so that your experience or probably your exposure to this experience doesn't give you a sudden surprise or sudden shock. You should be prepared of this, because nothing goes very smooth. Any process or any process that you follow, it keeps evolving with time. People keeps evolving with time. So give it a shot, not a problem. Be informed. That's what we suggest you.
So that is one of the reasons why you should be networking with your fellow adoptive parents or prospective adoptive parents, because it will not only help you during the process of adoption but post the process of adoption also. because you will be connected with them. You will understand like what's going on in their life, how their child is, like coping with the adoption, or how they are, like coping with the disclosure, how they are coping with any other sort of challenges that come with, a bracket called as adoption. So it's always advisable to network, and there are plenty of platforms to network, like on Facebook and other social media. So please explore them, and you can network with your fellow adoptive parents. So with this, we want to conclude our adoption series, and I hope you all enjoyed watching this series. So one more thing we want to tell you is we are going to come up with 2 more episodes which will be in Hindi, wherein we are going to brief the entire adoption series in Hindi, because some of the like viewers and the audiences, they actually messaged and called asking us to do it in Hindi. So those 2 episodes in Hindi will be aired next week on Saturday and on Sunday. So thank you guys for giving us so much love and affection, and thank you for watching our adoption series. So please subscribe and do stay tuned to our channel Mom Story by Sana for more information on parenting and parenthood.
Thank you. See you guys.